is
Yeah,
being
just
streamed
like
across other social
example
media
like
platforms. Now
Pella,
that
the
is also
top
a yes.
Mhm.
Though that cannot be that cannot a live streamer is not, you cannot say a live streamer has a
Is it?
digital skill or a test
Yeah,
skill.
that's what I want to know.
All it
Is
requires is just for you to set up your camera.
so Pella is evidently doesn't have a digital skill. He's just a streamer, a social media
Yes,
uh,
exactly my
content
point.
creator. Okay,
Now, but
okay.
yes. Now I gave an example of somebody that uses technology to duplicate this streaming and to stream live across multiple platforms at the same time. That's their job, is to use technology to duplicate this thing to distribute it across multiple platforms. Now that is
Okay.
a tech skill, but that's the job different from a live streamer. Those are two different things. Now the core tech skills, for instance, that are currently in demand are including cybersecurity, for instance, and cybersecurity is very very much in demand. And to answer the first question that you asked, you said, "Is it important?" Yet, it's very very important. It's very very important. As a matter of fact, I will give you an example. Post 2020, post pandemic, yeah, there's some things that some organizations started doing. For instance, banks. Now, banks started laying off staff. I'm using banks because it's an area that they take care of their staff very much, and they pay attention to the people that they hire, right?
Yeah.
Now, but this happened across industries, across businesses, across different organizations. Now, banks started laying off people. Do you know the people that they are retaining? The people that have multiple skills, multiple tech skills. For instance, as a front desk officer or an accountant or customer management person, right? Now, that is the primary role that you were employed to play, right? To do
Yeah.
your primary responsibility. But now, post pandemic, they not only keep you because you attend to their customers or because you're a cashier, but they now keep you probably because you are a cashier, right? And also you can you can handle data management, you can
Yeah.
handle data analysis, right? That means with one staff handling two different or three different roles, your job is secured since you can take care of three different roles. Now they can sack two other persons and combine those roles into one. And when they combine it, instead of paying three people, let's say they are paying each of them 100,000. Instead of paying each of them 100,000, they may end up paying you now. That's which is 300,000 for three persons. They may end up paying you 200,000 or 180,000. Now they are saving costs while reducing head counts, right? And
Yeah.
also maintaining maximum productivity. Now, the thing happened across industries, across organizations. Now, that is the importance of securing a tech skill. Every organization, for instance, AI is trending at the moment. Some people are ignoring it. Some people say, it will not take my job. I will give you an instance. When we launched Oris AI at Univad, we had 12 persons in our student success team. We have 12 people in student success team, admission team, and also student management team, right? Now combined we have 12 persons in that team, but after we launched Oris AI, we cut down that number from 12 persons to 5 persons. Now, some others who have multiple skills that we need in other teams, we distributed them, but others we let them go because we need to cut costs. Now, Oris AI has taken the job of more than 7 persons there. You see what it does. It has taken the jobs of more than 7 persons. Now that is what is happening across industries. So
So
that is persons there. You see what it does. It has taken the jobs of more than 7 persons. Now that is what is happening across industries. So
so
that is the reason why you should get a test skill.
excuse me, you mean that the AI, what you are trying to say now, that AI being a digital skill and an in-demand skill has come to stay and is capable of taking people out from job in the near future?
Definitely, it's already taking the jobs of many people in different organizations and different industries. Now, if it's not taking your job yet, don't relax. Don't relax much. Now, remember what I said earlier. I said it's not going to take the job of everybody, and also it's not going to take all the aspects of the job. Right now, we may employ, let's say, five front end engineers or five front end engineers before now, but now with the AI we can only employ two. We may only employ two persons who are front end engineers traditionally and also know how to use AI in their programming effectively, because now AI makes the work faster, it makes it more efficient, and with the help of somebody that knows, a professional that monitors the inputs and outputs, now it makes the work even faster. What could take you 1 month before we code manually. If I want to write program, I start writing every line, every single line. Now AI is not just programming that same thing. It's not just helping me to work faster, but it makes me to remove those bottlenecks and also remove those repetitive tasks. Something that I will do over and over again. As long as it has to do with repetition, I can just assign my AI with solid prompt engineering. I can just assign my AI to do the basic and the repetitive task while I do the. Now, for instance, I can just do the first one and use that same solution and prompt my AI to use that same sample and use that same template and replicate the thing in hundreds of thousands of ways. Now, with that, I don't need to spend days doing the same thing. I no longer write all the codes from beginning to the end. Now, it makes it easier. That means AI is helping and is not taking over my job, but is making me work faster. And because I have that skill, I would not be easily replaced. That's the good part of it. As long as you have those skills, you will not be easily replaced. But once you don't have those skills, they will first of all prioritize somebody that have those tech skills. So that is why tech skills are good. Now, to the other part that you asked, what are the tech skills that people should get? I kept mentioning in demand skills. I mentioned data science. Data science is not going anywhere. AI is not taking that job in the nearest future. AI is not taking that job. Cybersecurity is a very solid in demand skill. AI is not taking that job. Also, software engineers. Software engineers is not just vibe coding. You can vibe code your way into the basics, but then your code is filled with bugs. You may end up using 10 days to vibe code, then use the next 3 years debugging. You see, so but if you know what you are doing, you will not easily be replaced, because even the people, the Cursor AI, Open AI, Gemini, and the rest, they still hire software engineers. But then it has to be niched and be narrowed down. So some of these skills, including back-end engineers, data analytics, and the rest of that, DevOps and the rest, they are much in demand skills. Now that's for tech. In terms of also, now when you come to that also, it narrows down to what area of tech do you want to go into. I mentioned nursing and patient assistant course that we launched earlier. Now, in that, you can also build a tech skill that can be used across healthcare sectors, fintechs, agri-techs, edtech, health tech. You can develop basic skills that can be used across those platforms. But the most important thing is for you to, first of all, know the industry that you want to go into, what skills are in demand in that listing, and then go for it. While you are going as a